Yeah.
Like the consistency takes a massive hit when physical exhaustion takes over.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, being explosive takes a real toll in your game.
Yes. A lot of people wonder, like, what part of physicality comes from playing fighting games in a competitive atmosphere? And I'm like, well, when you've been playing since 10 a.m. in the morning and it is now 10 p.m., there's some drop off.
I mean, it's mental fatigue.
Mental fatigue.
Like mental fatigue is real, man.
And it's also physical.
Yeah.
Mental fatigue will lead to physical fatigue. Your reactions get dull. You even get kind of numb sometimes, you know?
Who can expand the least amount of energy and still manage to take these wins?
That would be the answer to that question. Will be who wins this tournament.
Yeah.
But at this point, we were going dangerously close to like two guys slugging it out with barely any energy left, and they're like throwing like these flower punches like pat.
How many times have you seen this happen in KOF though? This is the story of KOF. It's always been this way, where it's more of an endurance game.
For sure.
Right. And that's when you see the tides turn so heavily because some people just cannot hang.
You got to play 3 characters at the same caliber consistently.
And when you're playing these matches that you've seen that the time gets wound down almost completely, you're playing some really long matches.
It's almost like boxing, like when a boxer gets tired, he starts hugging and going against the ropes. That's when you're seeing the timer run down because they're literally just like, I can't think right now.
Yeah, I need some room to breathe here.
And the opponent is in the same position and totally willing to say, yeah, let's take a breather and let this clock run up a little bit.
And that's why you see people, to be honest with you, pick top tier because it allows them some breathing room to not have to think too much,
Yeah.
Whereas if you're playing low tier, often you have to think a lot. You have to outthink your opponent constantly. And in a tournament that can go this long, in a game that lasts this long, it is very difficult to come out on top.
Very much so. I think that what we're seeing right now is there's such a thing as a second win. I think we could possibly be seeing that here, A second win only gets more beneficial if you're using the top tier. You're not being forced to think so much about it. You're allowed to catch your breath. And then if your opponent ain't in step, you tear them apart.
Yeah, and we've often talked about how, as far as endurance, XiaoHai usually is the one to endure everybody.
Yeah.
And he's taken wins and championships simply just because of that skill set. Not so much his reactions and his play got him to the grand stage, but his endurance is what allowed him to come out the victor of the whole tournament.
Right.
And we got to see if this is going to play out that way, because Bridget seems like a dude that is very much in control.
Oh, this dude don't even look like he sleep, dude.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think this guy sleeps. Like that's the sleeping face. He's just sleeping with his eyes open. Complete control of his emotions.
This is a 2 out of 3 set. It's still loser semifinal.
Oh man, that mental fatigue is real. They are breathing.
Yeah, no real big reads here. Just playing it by the numbers. XiaoHai not risking himself too much. He gets an activation here.
Caught him jumping. Oh my lord.
Stuffing the aggression right now, XiaoHai.
And Bridget right now kind of putting himself in the corner. Not really able to make the case for the decisions he's making.
Man, the timer in these matches are getting stretched.
Yeah. At this point, health regeneration isn't even a thing. It's about just winning the round.
Wow, and these activations that he's just literally just activating at will.
I mean, I noticed what he's doing, though. It's keeping XiaoHai from pressing a button because he hits him with the block string, and he realizes that puts pretty much a finite amount of time on what side.
Are we going to see a timeout? I don't believe it.
It depends on who cares the most right now.
No
that's
way.
That's a timeout.
This is... Oh! Wow, 2 seconds. This is the story of this tournament. Jesus, way to put these guys through so much stress to constantly work down that clock.
My throat is killing me right now, but wow, that is another example of XiaoHai just unwilling to do what he has to do to win.
Like you said earlier, man, this is going to be a war of attrition. You can keep it up.
I mean, over time, XiaoHai will show the cracks. And I think Bridget will...
It's up to Bridget to just hang.
Just to hang, yeah.
You know, really, at this point in the game. Because he's got everything that he needs to win. But mentally, can he stay in the game?
And I think when the way he plays, it's actually easier for him to do that. Because he's not thinking on a manner of like, how am I going to blow this guy up? How am I going to open him up? He's more thinking like, how am I going to make this guy think he has to open me up?
And what's so crazy is KOF is a pretty fast game, but they've slowed it down. Nice call out finally.
Getting a little happy. And that was rare. Just didn't block anything there.
Oh, whoa.
That was a little high, too. Might have gotten the punish on the way down, but didn't bother going for it.
All right, now they're starting to see.
So the activation there on block is just to keep XiaoHai on that defense just a little bit longer so that Bridget can possibly think about his next attack. Oh, that was you, baby.
Could have possibly been going for that throw because that jump in was pretty high.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. You think you had to grab, you get the close C, and it hits, and you're just like, well, I wasn't ready for that.
Round 4. Ready, go.
Okay, again, just keeping XiaoHai from hitting buttons.
Wow. Wow. Bridget just went into that sequence, and XiaoHai didn't get to play.
Just threw out all the dirty dishes. He's like, we don't wash this no more. We're going to buy some new ones.
Oh, a little bit on the edge of his seat there. Okay.
Yeah, XiaoHai's a little...
Both have 3 meters.
This game's a roller coaster, man. Oh, this Athena.
Pretty good damage. He's going to go for it. Yes.
Oh, boy. Don't let the sweet face fool you. She is actually an evil woman.
Ooh, burns the meter to do a GC rollback.
Uh-oh, don't count. Oh, he knew better. He knew better.
Called that out. That was a little too obvious.
The cute stuff only works once or twice.
Now, very close to the same amount of life here.
All right, he's got the leg.
Oh, but I did not see the overhead coming.
I definitely said
on his brain.
I definitely said earlier that overhead would not hit at this level of action, but we are talking about this level of action plus the exhaustion level.
Yeah, we're late in the game, and overheads are going to start being a factor.
Dude, slobber knocker incoming. Hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, because earlier in the matches, you will have that capability of considering many options at once, right? But once you get later, it's like, now I have to make the option of, do I spend that much mental strength to think of all these things, or do I commit to one side of things and allow the gameplay to open up for myself? And that's where we're at now. And now you're going to start seeing some of these things that wouldn't really hit start landing.
That's cool, too, though.
It is cool, man. I mean, tournament play can be very deep. I mean, exhaustion, frustration, execution, all these things will play a factor in these types of tournaments.
And I think in KOF, very to extremes.
Yeah. You get tested every time.
There's so many interactions that occur in under 2 seconds.
Oh.
And right now, XiaoHai is turning it up a little bit. Got a little bit of that wind back.
Oh, what
no.
A big bait.
A little too turned.
Gets another combo. 2 combos back to back. Decides the guard cancel roll out.
DPs, we got those.
Slow down the gameplay a little bit.
Put Joel back in the corner.
What's he looking for? He's looking for a spot. Wow! And the whole time he's looking for something, Bridget just runs in and gets a combo.
I actually reeled back in my seat because whenever you get hit by that kind of thing, you're just like, what?
Definitely were not expecting that. And XiaoHai thought he had control, thought he slowed down the gameplay, and right at that second when you thought you had control, Bridget just runs in and connects for a combo.
Stubbed all his toes. All runs into the right jink, and can't do that too many times. He will.
ZJZ doing very, very well so far.
Oh!
Ooh, very nice finish.
XiaoHai wants something solid right now. He is not happy with this turn to this.
Has not really been able to get his footing so far, right?
Yeah, ZJZ is pretty much leaving no openings.
Wow, and however, then after we just say that, he literally lands every single thing.
But look how he did it. He had to do some deceptive work. It wasn't just bang, 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 bang on the door. It was, all right, I don't want to open the door anymore. And then, okay, well, don't leave. And then he blew him up.
Yeah.
But then again, the way ZJZ plays Runaway with Mature, it's definitely a kind of situation where XiaoHai could crack.
So far, wow.
There it is.
The offense and getting the damage. He's been on top of him the whole match.
And the
XiaoHai is not playing.
Yeah, and the DP there was unwarranted. He just thought that he was going to continue the pressure there and he's going to blow it up. And that's a dangerous gamble.
Have you noticed how in this match, XiaoHai's great reactions has not even really been a factor?
It can't be. He has no opportunity. Or the opportunities he is taking are, they're not really there.
Yeah.
And I know we keep switching between ZJZ and Bridget, but Bridget is really good at hiding his mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm noticing more than anything.
Oh, blocks the overhead that time.
Yeah, but look how confident XiaoHai was in that overhead.
Yeah, he's going to try. Wow. Stand
Baby.
deactivation. You're going to start seeing more of that type of stuff as the match starts to wear down.
I definitely think he needs to spend some more bar than that. Uh-oh.
Trying to bait something out there.
That clock is getting a little low.
Ooh, nice down C. I'll take that trade any day.
Got 4 bars.
Uh-oh, setting up the offense. He's going to do a blowback.
Oh,
ooh, press the button. What? I did not expect that.
He did it again.
What's he doing?
He did it again. Calls him out. Calls him out. But there is no infall at that point of the super.
Wow.
He was nowhere near in range for that to work.
He did that super at the worst range ever.
Yeah. He thought maybe he would catch it before it comes out, but the thing was, like, that fireball was already out. He just couldn't help himself.
And it's not like, because of the distance that he's at and the speed that that fireball comes out, is eventually when that fireball comes out, it's at full mass.
Yeah.
Like,
there is no startup on that, yeah.
You won't be negating that fireball by a hit. It's there,
yeah.
and you can't get around it. Ooh, man, and this is the first time we've actually seen XiaoHai in deep thought. He's played so confident through every tournament I've seen him in, and this time is like...
different ball game, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because we keep saying this in these matches, right, where somebody is ahead, but it just doesn't seem that way, even though they are. You know, the way that the matches are playing out...
The momentum is deceptive.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we can see somebody pull off an insane combo, and we're not even looking away for the screen, but the next thing you know, KO.
Yep. Round 1. And like we said before, man, thank you guys for watching KOF at EVO 2017.
We're having a great time here. We're not even close to being done yet.
No, man. Tons of action still left.
Ooh.
Nice rollback there.
People have been talking about how that slash from Benimaru should be just stuff from now on. It's got enough startup on it, so people just got to be ready for it, the reactions.
Right.
Oh, man. Bridget just giving him all he can handle right now.
Bridget is working.
XiaoHai might be gassed.
Both burning so much meter throughout the course of this match.
XiaoHai is not really being that effective here. He's got the life is tied, but I just don't have that feeling that XiaoHai's like, I'm ready to take control.
I feel like right now XiaoHai's in the twilight zone and can't really find his way out of it. Like, what am I going to do to get out?
Stuck in the maze, huh?
I'm trying to find a door to get out of this place, and I keep pulling the wrong one.
It's like playing a game of Last Guardian, you know, like the puzzle is just too deep.
Man, wearing down that time again.
Uh-oh, actually, this war of attrition might work out in XiaoHai's favor. He's got 1 bar. He just made, oh!
I'm a betting man. I think we're gonna see a 0 time.
He should super catch.
Timeout. Are we gonna do it? Do it.
Oh no!
Wow. Oh my God.
Lord have mercy.
Almost choked on my sweat. Wow.
It's that kind of evening, folks.
Zero doesn't mean zero in this game.
No, it does not.
All right, our first timeout in this top 8. I haven't seen a timeout
ever
at this level, especially.
I don't think I've even seen it in KOF 14 ever, in my experience.
Talk about wearing down the opponents. This is heavy.
Ooh. And in this situation, you want to be excited. You want to be yelling and screaming, but it's just so intense. Like, you can just feel the energy from those two right now. They're just,
these two players are just stretching it out.
the aura is just clashing.
Someone's going to budge, man. You're going to see somebody crack. You're going to see it happen.
Well, so far it's been XiaoHai. He's been cracking with these really crazy decisions. Oh my God. It begins.
Is XiaoHai getting his footing here?
I think so. He liked the feeling of that DP.
Wow.
He liked the feeling of that DP interruption.
Here we go, man. Starting to find his placing. Placing those buttons at the right spot.
Oh, no.
Convert.
All right, he learned his lesson the first time, I guess.
You know, I just realized something. Maybe he was trying to throw him after those setups. And when he went for the EX.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Because that time he did throw him.
Okay.
And that's why those close normals were coming out.
The distance was different.
Yeah. So, mistake by XiaoHai before.
Most likely. Okay.
Don't press any button. Yep, catches him on the back dash.
There's not much you can do.
It's very hard. You just got to eat that mix-up and block correctly.
Yeah. Oh, nice trade.
Once again, XiaoHai slowing down this game. Wow, activates off a far down B.
Oh, no.
And it's looking like Frigid is the one that started cracking.
A little bit. He's just being a little too linear, a little too methodic.
Can he get out of this funk, man? I feel like he's stuck in a rhythm right now that XiaoHai's calling out, but he gets a combo. Woo, does not have to burn the meter to kill.
Ow.
Woo, chewing on that gum, chomping on it.
Man,
that gum has got to be so dry. You
dude,
are chewing on paper.
Chewing on paper right now, man. Like, that gum had a family. Does not opt to spin the bar. Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Overhead.
And look at half-life at this point.
Let him take that with you on the way out. Oh, Scum-Gizzle. Scummarooski.
That could be just
Scum-Goraya. That didn't work so much. Took him out.
Wow. Okay, that's it. I'm pretty sure got eliminated.
That was it, man. That Scum-Gale ruins lives.
And you gotta wonder, how full is XiaoHai's tank right now?
That took a lot of energy. That took a lot of energy
to
play,
a really long
to
match.
survive through, to watch.
Yeah, ZJZ, man.